Hello you beautiful people and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, what we're going to do is take a look at the brand new ping system which is coming to Overwatch 2. Now there's a new blog post on the official Overwatch website and it goes into detail on the new ping system and things that you'll be able to do with this system. So what we're going to do in this video is break this post down and take a bit of a closer look at some of the images that they put out and see if we can kind of work out what's going on with this ping system. And also, I want you guys to let me know if you think a ping system is actually a good thing to be added into Overwatch. Do we need it or don't we need it? I think probably most people will say we do, especially if you played other games like Apex Legends. The ping system is great. If you don't want to use voice to communicate, being able to just ping stuff is really, really good. And I think we'd all like to be able to ping sort of like a tracer in the back line or something. That would be really cool. Anyway, let's get stuck into this article. Overwatch 2 is introducing the highly requested ping system to the game. We're adding this quality of life feature because we are dedicated to improving players' experiences and including the community in our development strategy. Let's dive into the inspiration, goals, and overview of the Overwatch 2 ping system. The inspiration behind the ping system came from a value the Overwatch team holds dearly. Every voice matters. This is a core value at Blizzard, and the Overwatch team wanted to personify this value in our game. We wanted to create a system that would enhance voice communication as well as provide alternative ways to share information with your team, say systems designer Gavin Winter. One of our goals was to augment speech and give people a way to visually interpret voice communication. We also wanted to support all voices and create a system to communicate for players that would prefer to avoid voice chat. Okay, and then the article gives us this first image. So let's just throw this up on the screen and take a look at what's going on, because we get a bunch of kind of things going on here. So the first thing we notice is it looks to be using the same menu that the emote wheel would use, or the spray wheel, that kind of system, which I don't really think comes as a shock. It's almost purpose built for this, so it makes no, it's no shock that they're using this for the ping system. So what it looks kind of interesting we've got here. So we've got a watching here ping, we've got an enemy ping, going in ping, attacking, fallback, need help, countdown, and defending. Now, some of these are obviously from the system that's already in the game now, where you can say going in and it does like a countdown and stuff like that. Well, you say countdown, don't you? You don't say going in, but you would use the countdown for going in. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. But yeah, the big thing we get to see here, though, is there is a ping on the map, and it kind of shows like the attacking ping. So that's showing everybody, hey, we're out and we're going to attack here. Now, what's crucial here is it's out in the world. It's providing context on the map. So if you are playing together in a team, and let's say not everyone is spamming this all over the place, because that's obviously the downside to a ping system, is everyone just spamming the crap out of it. But let's say you want to set up for an attack. You can be like, okay, let's attack behind space pants, and then you set up the ping. Everyone can see it. Everyone can get ready to go and attack through maybe that choke or in that direction. So I think that's kind of cool. All right, let's move on. Part of how the ping system enhances communication is by adding context to what you can already hear in voice chat. With the press of a button, you will activate a contextual ping depending on what you're aiming at within your line of sight. For example, if you're playing Tracer and ping an enemy Reaper, your teammates will hear Tracer call out that Reaper's location. Principal designer Adam Poole, sorry, I've destroyed your name, but Adam, explains it's a more accurate, clear, and understandable way of communicating rather than hearing someone yell, Reaper's behind, or Reaper, Reaper, Reaper. Paul was also incredibly adamant about looking to the community for guidance on how to create contextual pings that are functional for the players. With Reaper, sometimes you can see him and sometimes you can't. When you ping a Reaper who's in your line of sight, the hero you're playing will call out his location. However, when he breaks line of sight, your ping will show his last known location. Some of Reaper's abilities like Shadow Step and Wraith Form will also cause your ping to show his last known location. Okay, so let's take a look at this other image, but I think what's really cool here is actually the notion that if he uses Wraith Form, it will get rid of his ping. I think that's what they're kind of saying there. So this might apply to other abilities, let's say Moira Fade, or what about if Sombra uses Translocate? If that removes ping, because ping is almost like a debuff, right? If you've been pinged, it's like, oh my god, I've been pinged, I've been found, I need to get rid of it. But my question would be, is do you know that you've been pinged? So if I get pinged by someone, is there some sort of audio response by my character? So if I'm Reaper and I get pinged, does he say like, oh my god, I've been pinged? Well, he wouldn't say that, but he'd be like, oh, I've been pinged. That is the worst Reaper impression ever. But you get what I'm saying, right? If that is a thing, then obviously you could Wraith Form to get rid of it. But it's still, in this image, which I've blown up on the screen now, you can still see that what would happen is it would just go sort of like a question mark, and it would say, oh, there was a Reaper around this area, but I'm not sure if he's there anymore. And also that would happen based on if you break line of sight as well, according to what was just wrote in the article. So this is obviously a very in-depth system. I think straight away there's a couple of questions of like pinging and it's showing the icon of the player might be a little bit too strong, because you'll know exactly who it is. Like there's no need to use voice chat then, is there? You just turn around and be like, ping, yeah, there's a Reaper. Everyone can see the Reaper icon behind. They're like, well, Reaper's behind us, let's kill him. Instead of it just being sort of like an alert, like somebody's behind, that might make your team sort of have, you know, more of a reason to go and sort of find more information and deal with it. But then again, it's obviously a super cool feature that you can just ping people and it shows the hero where they are. And if they break line of sight, it then sort of just leaves behind like a sort of a lingering warning that somebody was there. So I don't know, this ping system seems really, really good. Winter explains how you can expect this to look in game. A ping can be stuck to a hero while they are visible, and the ping shows the last known location when they aren't visible. The ping changes depending on hero abilities. Sombra's Translocator, Doomfist Meteor Strike, Moira's Fade, and Tracer's Recall are all examples of abilities that will cause the ping to fall off. This was designed to specifically fit with Overwatch's fast-paced gameplay. So there we go. My speculation now on the abilities that might remove it is just basically said what they are. So maybe I should have read that bit of the article before I made the video. But yeah, there we go. So you can basically remove the ping, which is cool. Just to quickly go back as well on the last section that we did sort of go through. The idea of a ping just sort of changing on what you're looking at is really powerful as well. So a pure contextual ping. So you don't have to have pings bound for all kinds of things like that's a hero, this is where we're going, or I want to just alert somebody. Just having one button that you mash all the time, and if you're aiming at someone and it detects them, like you literally are aiming at the Reaper and you press the ping and it's like Reaper is there and it shows you where he was. Or if you're just aiming at a wall because you want, like, I don't know, your team to maybe meet up over there or alert them to something going on, and it drops a ping there. Really powerful that is. Anyway, let's move on. So this image shows us Reaper using his teleport, and he's basically getting rid of the ping alert, so it's no longer above his head. Obviously we can still see him because, you know, that they're teleporting to a location just to prove the point. But yeah, so there are ways of removing it, which if you look at the heroes involved, you look at Tracer, you look at Reaper specifically, they are flanking heroes. You would expect them to try and be in your back line. So for them to be able to remove the ping debuff is really strong. But again, my question will go back to, are you actually alerted when you're pinged, or is it just like you have to kind of guess that you've been pinged? I don't know. Maybe it'd be too strong if you knew you were pinged, because then you could really play around it. But then again, anyone can apply pings to you, I would imagine. There probably isn't a cooldown to the ping where there's a cooldown to your abilities. So if you're being spammed with the ping over and over again, it probably wouldn't matter, right? Alerting your teammates to your enemy's location or last known locations are only a few of the things that you'll be able to convey with the new ping system. Holding down the ping button will open a wheel that allows you to tell your teammates where you're attacking, defending, need help, and more. There's also a unique set of interactions for responding to a teammate's ping. Using the communication wheel to tell your team to group up or I need healing will now activate a ping on top of your hero. Your teammates can respond to your ping to let you know that they're ready, where they can group up with your support heroes. So let's just take a look at this image, because this actually is pretty cool. So if you ping, it shows that you're the one making the ping for group up here. In this case, we've got Space Pants on the soldier saying, let's group up. And then we can actually look at him and then respond to him. Go, no, yes, ready. Now, this might be a little bit too, I don't know, in-depth for Overwatch. If Overwatch is meant to be getting quicker with 5v5, and it's already a fast-paced game in 6v6, will this get much use? I don't know. But it's nice that this is built into the system. And again, it goes back to the whole thing with Blizzard putting a ton of effort into the systems that they build. Like, this isn't just a ping system shoehorned into Overwatch. It looks like an absolutely fully fledged ping system, which seems to be able to do a lot of things. We'll be iterating on this system as more data comes in from testing. We want to create an evolving system that's the right fit for the gameplay and culture of Overwatch. We're hoping this system will help with toxicity in-game, says Winter. If you don't like a person pinging so much, you have the option to turn the ping system off through block or squelch for that specific person. We do have heavy spam protection right now that we are open to adjusting, but we really want to see what works best for the community. It's important to remember the ping system is a work in progress. We will include many different teams in the development process, and we're always interested in hearing what works and what players would like to see in the future. We can't wait to show you more about the future of Overwatch 2 PvP soon. So what's really cool from that section there is you can block people, and that will stop them pinging. So if you do get someone, as I kind of said earlier on in the video, just spamming ping everywhere, because we're going to get that, because this is another way you can sort of be toxic in the game. the fact that you can just squelch their chat or you can just block them is absolutely mega, because it means then, well, their pings are gone. So if you do have, like, I don't know, an annoying tank who just keeps pinging on the support's face because they're not getting healed, because, you know, there's loads of ways you could abuse this. The support can literally just block the tank and then that's it. There's no more ping, and then you've got less toxicity to deal with. So it's good that they're looking at that. Now, this article is actually kind of nice, and I would have preferred it if they had this sort of substance to talk about in the developer stream that they did last week, which really didn't contain a lot of substance at all. In fact, it was just like, hey, we're making a game and the game's going to be great. Trust us, guys. Thank you. Goodbye. This is much more interesting to me. We want details. We want to see what's going on with the game. So I hope they carry on doing this. And I hope this continues what has been pretty much a weekly update ever since the developer update came out. Although, like I said, last week's update was kind of a bit minimal. But we did get some bits of information. We now know that Arissa's got a spear. Doomfist was confirmed the tank. And the 26th of April is the open beta date, which is cool. But anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments below, guys. This is a pretty huge system, it looks like. And it looks like something which is probably going to change the way Overwatch is played. And I think, you know, a purely hot take right now based off this article, it's probably a net positive for the game. But I can see ways that this is going to be very, very strong. Like, very strong. Like, how would the pro players use this, you know? They would just be pinging non-stop. You would almost be pinging every time you're looking at stuff, so you just see everything. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember you can follow me on everything, which is at Stylosa. And as ever, I will do my best to keep you guys informed as to what's going on with this game. There's been years of drought, but finally we're starting to get updates. And I don't know about you guys, but I am getting more and more excited as we get closer to the open beta date. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.